All right, guys, I want to talk about three pennies that are extremely risky but could make amazing returns. High risk reward, high risk, high reward type of setups. But I want to go over how I look to do these kind of setups here. Some of these, I mean, these are going to be sub 10-cent penny stocks, but they have lots of volume, could literally pump 100% in a blink of a second. So let's get to the chart here. The first one I want to talk about is LGMK. I played this one before. I'm thinking about getting in it again. But as you can see now, we have time distance away from this EMA 5. We are literally below the Keltner channel. We hugged it a little bit. I mean, this thing is just screaming by. Look at this EMA 10. We haven't touched this EMA 10 all the way since, like, holy crap, since January 16th. It's April 1st. So you can tell this is heavily diluted. I haven't touched the EMA 20 since January 6th. So I mean, the reason why I like this setup so much is because there's so many targets due. You're due for the 5. You're tired. You're starting to see doji candles coming in where price is just consolidating for a massive move up. I mean, look at this. I mean, to the 5 is 117%, the 10 is a 289%, and then the 20 you're looking at a 682% gain. This one is a very high risk, high reward setup. It's going to do a reverse split. We know that, but I think it's going to have a massive pump here in the very short term. And I honestly think this is why obviously obey the system. You don't just get in this thing, when there's not EMA 5 TD. I mean, but at this point here, we got 3 days not touching the 5. If we just hurry up and touch this, I mean, look at the margin up to that. That's 100% gain, 132%. You're below the Keltner channel, so it looks pretty good. K value's at 3.63. I got to give the LGMK a go for. If you want to risk low amount of money to make massive money, just putting $1,000 in this, pumping 100%, could easily make $1,000, if not more. The next one a lot of people are talking about is DMN. DMN is a penny stock too. What's different about this one? Well, not as much EMA 10, but it is due for the EMA 20. EMA 20 hasn't been touched since all the way back in January 8th. So we are due for the 20. The 10 hasn't been hit since March 13th. Not entirely for that, but I mean, this has a nice room up to that 20 if it wants to hit. Even the 10 is at 300%. All these are going to be massive, high risk, high reward type setups. And I'm going to go over the volume too. This one has the most volume compared to LGMK. I didn't really talk about that. Let me see what the LGMK. I think the volume was 172 million. The previous day 82. I mean, it's ramping up massive volume. Obviously, more sell volume for now, but you better believe it. There's buys coming in. Well, this one is at 399 million volume, so more than LGMK. That was at 590 million volume the day prior. K value of 3.69, 3 days of EMA 5. So they both have the same amount of EMA 5 TD. So they're both really good setups. This coming up to the 5 has a 145% gain. They both have that same amount of return to the EMA 5. Not touching this lower Keltner channel, not really a big deal in my opinion. I'm more worried about the EMA 5 TD here. But yeah, another beautiful setup. If you want to take small amount of money to try to grow it drastically, not a bad idea. And here's the good thing: even if they do a reverse split, it's not the end of the world, right? Just don't put massive, amount of money into these kind of stocks because they have to, they're going to do it. Risk something you're comfortable losing, right? $1,000, 2,000, whatever it might be. But this could make a massive return. Okay, we know price is going to hit these EMAs. As you can see right here, what happened? Price hit the EMA 5. Plummeted down. We're not getting into this play right here. I mean, look at this massive move up. 72% gain coming up to that 5. So, I mean, pretty high risk, high reward, might I say. Next one, STSS. This is another 2-cent penny stock. It only has 2 days of EMA 5, so it's not as good as the other setups. EMA 10 just recently got hit in 20. So this is but it's a 348 million volume stock, 100 million volume. It had recently 200, lots of volume, right? 2 cents coming in, 2 days away from the EMA 5. Coming up to this EMA 5 is a 200% gain. So it does have the highest return to the 5. All right, so do keep that in mind. So I don't know, maybe you could put a little bit of money in all three if you wanted to do that. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, I could definitely see overnight pre-market market opens. I could easily see it's gonna one of these are gonna do 100% gain. I could easily see that. This is the chances of this doing. I would not even if this goes up 200%. I wouldn't be like yeah, that's odd. I would be like, yeah, it was. I could definitely see that with this kind of volume, this amount of EMA, I mean, to the EMA 5 range. Obviously, the ones I like the most are LGMK and DMN. LGMK has been extremely oversold. It has all the EMA 10 and 20 under the Keltner channel. Then goes DMN with the most volume ever. This one is definitely due. I mean, so they're all due. We just don't know which one's going to do it first, right? They all might three do it at the same time, but these are the three sub 10-cent penny stocks that if you just don't mind putting something in it and be like, hey, you know what? If it goes down, that is totally fine. I think they were a good setup. I mean, 3 days from the EMA 5, massive volume, low K values, not bad setup, not a bad setup at all, right? STSS, they're all at that 3K value. I mean, look at this KDJ, 3K value. That's extremely oversold when you get to that range. So, yeah, I'm going to take a gamble on one of these, or on all three of these, and we'll see if it does a reverse split. Guess what? I can look to get in after the reverse split or cut it up, cut it loose. Because remember, all price history is going to touch the CMA5. Okay. Honestly, this one's not extreme. This is only 2 days. LGMK is extreme. I think that's going to touch it. Obviously, these are heavily diluted to end up at this point. I mean, look at LGMK. We went from, just recently all the way up here. I mean, they did a reverse split back in actually November, last year. We went all the way up to $7, and we're sitting at a penny. All right. So high risk, high reward setups make massive money though at these setups. Remember, no matter how junk the stock is, it is going to revert to the mean, which is the EMA 5, 10, and 20. All these are going to get touched. Don't expect the 20 or 10 to get hit right away. I would expect more the EMA 5. If you guys want to join the Discord, I think you guys are going to love it. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. You guys are going to love this. If you guys want to become a member, just hit day trade alerts. That's all you got to do, and your name will be in gold. You'll have the access to all my promotional videos, access to all my educational content, live streams, one-on-one coaching. If you just are ever confused and you just need help with anything, I'm there for you guys. Trading is hard. I do this full time, and I absolutely love it. It's my passion. I have so many different types of strategies I do. I trade against the trend. Which is what you're seeing right now. Is I love reversion to the mean. It has to happen. It will happen. It's a guarantee. I also trade with the trend on the higher quality stocks, and then I do day trades that went over 90% selling price spreads, which is what you're looking at right now. I would love to show you guys all this. Day trading education you can watch. Swing trading education, set up your chart, how to do cover calls. I have a lot of advanced strategies for something for everyone, right? And if you do subscribe, make sure you do it on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. If you have an Android, make sure you do it on your computer, as it might have you're going to have trouble with that, or you can use your phone's browser. But read how to subscribe. It tells you about everything. And if you're not from the US, it might charge you a little extra, but still, you're getting a massive discount for all the education you get, being a part of the community, finding these kind of plays, and knowing like, hey, how do you not get in early on these? Like looking at this stock right here, you'd be like, okay, I give it that EMA 5 TD. I wait for that low K value. I can see like little candlestick patterns. Like we have some dojis popping up that it may be the end of maybe a nice little bounce up from that area and stuff like that. But these are plays that I really like. LGMK, DMN, and STSS. I can all see these going up massive. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you feel about it. Let me know which one of these penny stocks is your favorite. I would love to hear your opinion, your analysis, and all that. And I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace out.